We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support here above the 483 level. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy at 9:10 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision. And put options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see it there within the screen, it also sent a notification later on in the second half of a bull indicator. And the charts retested a new high of the day. And you can now gain access to this as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support, retesting key resistance levels. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch and what's going on with the inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot at 9:55 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 150% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, completing a full transition here from red bars to bright green bars in the second half of the day after coming back down from bright green bars. If this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, completing a full transition as we stated, and canceling out the bear indicator from yesterday on the 30-minute at the 483.80 area, with a bull indicator today going into 484 there in the second half of the day, right? Lots of volatility here between yesterday's after hours and today's pre-market and opening bell. But in the second half, a bull indicator has popped up, and it is trying to retest the highs up here of 485.20. You could see it there post-market, slightly above it at 485.28 and hitting a recent high up here of 485.30 area. So this is going to be crucial and critical to not ignore that in this volatility and tight range, it continued to fight and hold support above 483, retesting the resistance that we've talked about since earlier this week on Tuesday and Friday of last week of 485. And here it is trying to push itself up and break through it. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we talked about this yesterday, how a bull indicator is still in effect since down here at the 472 level, it found support there, double bottomed, and it's been full strength here on 42 vision of bright green bars, and we had not seen any red bars just yet. Today it popped up, but no bear indicator, right? So it found support at yesterday's support levels, and it bounced right back up towards the resistance. And the question is, could it go ahead and break through it going into tomorrow and hold above it? Well, we're going to be watching if this bull indicator continues to stay in effect in the live action tomorrow, or will it go ahead and slow down and reject around these areas up here of recent highs and a bear indicator pop up in the process, right? So I'm going to be watching that on the 1 hour very closely. Now, when we zoom in and look at this from the 15-minute, lots of volatility here of bull and bear indicators, but the bear indicator in the first half of the day was acting like a resistance here in the second half, and when it finally broke through it, a bull indicator popped up at the 43.80 area and full strength there going into the close. So I'm going to be watching if this could continue into tomorrow's pre-market and trading day as well, and not get canceled in the volatility by a possible bear indicator. Now I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflows and break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY, the SP500 index, having inflows crossover in the second half of the day. The drop that we saw that was sharp in the first half is because outflows started to dominate and pull back down to lows down here of negative 1.1. But inflows cross back over, and they're bringing themselves up pretty sharply here into the after hours so far at 1.83 and trying to break out towards new highs, right? You see it there at 485.30 area, bouncing around in the live action. Now, here we are with it on the 1 hour with inflows holding up above the midpoint. That is why support was found and things did not completely collapse, because those outflows never crossed to the downside, right? They stayed flat. Even though they were red, inflows are still above and they're dominating, and switching from red to green started to justify and push up even further the SPY back up to the resistance that it's been hitting, right? You see it there, 45.33, bouncing back up to 35, and needs to break through that to try to retest new highs, right? It is fighting there in the aftermarket hours. Now, when we go ahead and look at this in the volatility of the 15-minute, we could see here, again, those outflows crossed over, they leveled off, found support, and inflows crossed over in the second half of the day, and inflows have sharply pushed up higher, right? Hitting highs up here so far of 1.41 on the 15-minute. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing on the SPY stock would be the support levels, right? And the first support here in this tight range would be down here at the 484.60 area. It's where things rejected today in the pre-market and yesterday before sharply dropping in the volatility down towards the support so far of 483. So that's the first support I'll be watching in this tight range. Then below that, if these outflows cross over and they start to roll over to the 30-minute as well, pushing it downwards and going red, the next support would be 483. And then below that, I'll be watching the 481 to 480 area. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to continue upwards. Same thing on the 30-minute and the 1 hour. Continue pushing up. And right now, it is above 485. And the next resistance would then be 487. And above that level, if these inflows continue strong and the bull indicators continue to find support and hold strong above 487, the next resistance would be the 490 area. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them as they're above here on all three time frames, and they're going to be crucial for them to continue to hold. Or will they come back and retest the key supports by crossing over the midpoint to the downside, right? On all these time frames. So I would not ignore it. I'll be watching it very closely. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.